Hello Cowboys Nation, welcome to another video, and without further ado, let's get to another round of news from America's team. Cowboys make announcement on Leslie Frazier. The Dallas Cowboys have completed their interview with Leslie Frazier as the franchise's search for their next head coach continues. Frazier interviewed with the Cowboys in person on Monday, and the team announced the interview via social media. Dallas has also met with former New York Jets head coach Robert Saleh in person and did a virtual interview with Philadelphia Eagles offensive coordinator Ken Moore. Frazier, 65, served as the Minnesota Vikings head coach from 2011 to 2013, initially stepping in as interim head coach following Brad Childress' departure in 2010. Frazier was retained for the next 3 seasons, amassing a 21-33-1 record. Frazier's first full season in 2011 was challenging, ending with a 3-13 record. However, he orchestrated a turnaround in 2012, leading the Vikings to a 10-6 record. Frazier has worked mostly as a defensive coordinator in the NFL, spending time with the Cincinnati Bengals, Vikings, Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and Buffalo Bills in that position. He's most recently served as an assistant head coach with the Seattle Seahawks. Cowboys to interview Brian Schottenheimer for HC. The list of candidates for the Cowboys head coaching position continues to grow, and an in-house staffer will be the next to receive a look as Dallas search continues. Offensive coordinator Brian Schottenheimer has an interview lined up with the Cowboys, as first reported by Ian Rappaport and Jane Slater of NFL Network. 3 interviews have taken place so far for the position, all with external candidates. Schottenheimer will represent a potential option for an internal promotion, depending on how his meeting goes. The son of longtime NFL coach Marty Schottenheimer, Brian has 14 years of coordinator experience, including the past 2 seasons, where he has held the offensive coordinator title in Dallas. Prior to that, Schottenheimer worked as a consultant for the team during the 2022 campaign, when head coach Mike McCarthy took over as play caller after he moved on from Kellen Moore. So, Schottenheimer's responsibilities have not been the same in Dallas as they have in his other gigs. Brian Schottenheimer is currently the betting favorite to land the Cowboys head coaching job. The case for Schottenheimer would be that he is familiar with the team, owner Jerry Jones, and quarterback Dak Prescott. However, it would be far from an inspiring hire, one that the fan base may have difficulty getting behind. Still, the fact that he is familiar with the Cowboys' offense in general and quarterback Dak Prescott in particular is a factor, which could work in his favor. Forming or having a strong connection with the team's franchise passer is a key element in Dallas' ongoing search. The team's search has been expected to expand in the near future, so it will be interesting to see how many other candidates receive a look over the coming days. Jerry moves on Belichick and Ben Johnson exposes Cowboys' #1 weakness. The Dallas Cowboys appear to be at a crossroads with the franchise under Jerry Jones, which has resembled a circus for some. From the lack of success since the early 90s to how Mike McCarthy was dealt with, to now the list of head coaching candidates. It all speaks to the Cowboys, for some, being an unserious franchise. However, with McCarthy out as head coach, owner Jerry Jones has a chance with this coaching hire to break out of what has made Dallas a stagnant football team over the last 3 decades. Yes, the 3 straight 12-5 seasons are admirable, but fans don't want regular season wins, they want Super Bowls. Insider Mike Frazier has spoken at length about number 53 brands, which is in reference to the marketing side of the Cowboys, which feels like Jerry's only source of motivation, and players want their slice of the marketing pie. Per Frazier, there are 4 types of head coaches: the professor, the buddy, the uncle, and the drill sergeant. Which one does Dallas need? There is no indication that Dallas ever got serious about the ultimate drill sergeant in Bill Belichick, who seems to be sticking at the University of North Carolina, and we know for a fact that Dallas, despite an errant report from a local news outlet, never got serious about Ben Johnson, who on Monday signed on to take over the Bears. And those 2 moves, not moves, really create the impression of the Cowboys as an unserious team. There can be intricate reasons for a no on Bill and a no on Ben, but combined, that pair represents the greatest coach and the hottest coach. Cowboys rumor links Kyle Pitts' trade of unicorn to Dallas. It was the 2021 NFL Draft, and Dallas Cowboys owner Jerry Jones simply couldn't contain himself. In a pre-draft visit with Florida tight end prospect Kyle Pitts, Jones just came right out and said it. "Man, what a pair-up we could be with old Dak Prescott." "Oh, get you the ball?" Jones exclaimed. "We can dream of visions of sugar plums around here." Then came reports characterizing Jones as being infatuated with Pitts, who, in the final process, was drafted by the Atlanta Falcons with the number 4 overall pick. The Cowboys, after some shuffling around, landed at number 12 and took Micah Parsons. Dallas remains pleased with the move. Atlanta, maybe not so much. Blame whomever you wish, but Pitts, now set to play on the 5th-year option in 2025, at a productive rookie season with 1,000 yards and a Pro Bowl berth. But the numbers since then haven't worked out. The unicorn nightmare hasn't worked out. The 6 feet 6 inches wide receiver in a tight end's body hasn't produced like a unicorn, and now come rumors that the Falcons might give up on him, even to avoid paying Pitts $10.8 million. But if the Cowboys, sorely lacking in offensive weaponry outside of CeeDee Lamb, are willing to take seriously their $100 million in cap room options, a bid on Pitts, projecting him once again to be a unicorn, would be wise. What if the Dallas tight end room, now including Jake Ferguson, who regressed with just 494 yards and 0 touchdowns from 59 receptions, is 1 year away from being out of contract? Second-round pick Luke Schoonmaker showed signs of improvement, but he managed to combine 41 yards in his last 5 games. Twice undrafted free agent Brevan Spanford, the 6 feet 7 inches, 270-pounder, showed promise, but his limited reps, 305 snaps for the year, suggest Dallas knows he's a developmental player. Like most of the Cowboys roster, the tight end room needs a serious uptick in improvement and performance in 2025. Once upon a time, they viewed Kyle Pitts as a potential answer. Maybe it's time to take another look at how to get some mashed sugar plums from a unicorn.